Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about English on a street level. And when I say street level, I mean English words that we see day to day on the high street. For example, whether those English words are on road signs or shop signs, these words we see on a day-to-day basis and will help you improve your English. So let's get into it. So the first word that we can see on the sign is the word spectacle. Here on the wall, spectacles are eyeglasses. People wear spectacles because of their bad vision or vision problems. And so spectacles is an old-fashioned word for glasses. Spectacle, spelt S-P-E-C-T-A-C-L-E, comes from the root word spect, which means to see or watch. We often use it to describe something with a magnificent view, whether that is a viewpoint on a hill overlooking your town, or potentially a Taylor Swift concert can be described as a spectacle. For example, that amazing or unusual thing is a spectacle. So a spectacle is like a big, eye-catching event or display that grabs your attention because it's so interesting or impressive. For example, rare spectacle such as the Northern Lights may be visible in 17 states next week. Now, if something is described as spectacular, it means it's really, really impressive and amazing to see. It is like a fireworks display in the night sky on New Year's Eve, or a dazzling performance by your favourite singer. Both words are connected by the idea of seeing something incredible and amazing or eye-catching, which is why they have spect, S-P-E-C-T, as their root word. Now, the next word we see on the high street is the word urban. And urban is describing the big, busy, bustling areas in a city or town. And this links to another word, suburb, which is a residential district where people live, located on the outskirts of a city. And a suburb comes from the Latin sub, meaning below or near, and the root word urb means city. So when you combine that, you will also recognise this root word urb is also in the word urban. The antonym or opposite meaning of this word would have to be rural, countryside, or village. Now, the next word we can see on your screen is the word logistic. And the word logistics is a term that refers to the careful planning and organisation and management of how things are moved, stored, and delivered. So imagine you are planning to bring food, drinks, tables, and all the arrangements to a big party. Logistics in this context would involve figuring out how to transport all these different things to the party, and where to store them before the party, and how to set them up so everything is ready on time. Logistics in this context would involve figuring out how to transport all these different items to your venue location and where to store them, and also how to set them up so everything is ready in time. In a broader sense, logistics is like the behind the scenes workings that ensures products arrive at stores, packages, and reach your doorstep when you, for example, order them online. It's all about making sure that things flow smoothly. The next word we have is trespass. Now, in this photo, this is the name of a company. However, trespass, spelt T-R-E-S-P-A-S-S, is to illegally enter someone's property without their permission. And so imagine if you have a private house with a long driveway and you would put up a sign saying no trespassing, meaning no one is allowed except myself. If someone else goes onto your driveway without your permission, they have trespassed. And so if you go into a school building, for example, when it's closed for the day, or jump over a fence into a closed off area of a park, that is also considered trespassing because you're not supposed to be there at that time. In many places, trespassing is against the law because it's about respecting other people's property and privacy. Lodge, spelt Lodge, is related to a place where you can stay or live temporarily, like a small house or a cabin. A lodge is an inn where travellers stay overnight, a bit like a hotel. A small house at the entrance to the grounds of a country mansion, usually occupied by a gatekeeper or a gardener, just like in the picture below, may also be called a lodge. In the sign below, we can see a picture for disposable gloves. When something is disposable, it means it is intended for single use or limited use and can be thrown away. Here in this picture below, the plastic glove at the petrol station can be described as disposable because it's designed to be only used once, and when you finish with it, it is allowed that you can throw it away inside a bin after using it. Now the word below, assembly or assemble, spelt ASSEMBLE, assemble, means to put something together or to build something by connecting its different parts. For example, you might assemble a piece of furniture together by connecting its legs, screws and other parts, for example to create a chair or table. However, an assembly, spelt ASSEMBLY, coming from the same word, is a group of people or things that come together for a specific purpose. For instance, a school assembly is when all the students and teachers gather in one place to listen to announcements or watch a performance. Here in this pic, it is an assembly point, which is used in a case of fire, where people come together in one place when there is a fire. The next word we have is the word benevolent, spelt BENEVOLENT. Now, benevolent comes from the Latin word bene, meaning well, like in the word benefit. Now, benevolent is an adjective used to describe a person, organisation, or action that shows kindness, goodwill to help others. Like, for example, a charity shop, like in the picture below. Moving on to road signs, our first road sign has the word hump, spelt H-U-M-P. Imagine a camel's back. It has a big rounding bump on it, and this bump is what we call a hump. Now, a hump in a road means that there is a raised area that you go over when you drive. So a hump is that rounded shape, for example, on a camel's back or on a road that you have to go over. Now, revamp, R-E-V-A-M-P, is all about making something better by giving it a fresh and updated makeover or improvement, such as a remake or a renovation. Imagine you have an old, worn down piece of clothing. Retailer, they may remake it and make it look modern and stylish. And therefore this person is revamping the clothes. So overall, revamp means to give more energy to, or to renovate and update something. In the sign below we can see the word dispense, D-I-S-P-E-N-S-E. Now, dispense is a verb that means to give out or to distribute something. Dispense, when talking about giving out things like medicine, advice, information, services, or even food. For example, a pharmacist dispenses prescription medicines to patients. Here in the picture is an optician dispensing people's glasses, prescription. The next word we have is the word surveillance, spelt surveillance, meaning the act of watching or monitoring closely. So imagine you have security cameras outside your shop. This camera records everything that happens inside and outside your shop. This is called surveillance. The key word in this sign here is the word recreation, spelt recreation. Recreation. Recreation centre means a leisure centre, which is where people go to do sports, activities, or amuse themselves or refresh themselves. Recreation can be split into two parts. The first part, the prefix, which is re, which means again. And then the second part is creation or create, which is to make. So therefore, recreation is a place or thing that you do to remake yourself. Therefore, recreation is something that you do to recreate or remake yourself. So that means to refresh yourself and to renew yourself. Our second to last sign, or penultimate sign, is enrich. enrich. Something is to make it richer or to improve the quality of it. En is a prefix meaning to cause to be in, such as enslave, entrust, enrich, and encourage. And our final word is the word salvation, spelt salvation. Salvation comes from the Latin word salvare, which means to save. So the salvation is the act of saving something or someone from sin or evil. Or just in generally, salvation can mean saving somebody from something. So hopefully you've enjoyed and learnt a lot about the words we see on a day-to-day basis on a street level. From road signs to shop signs, we see these words on a day-to-day basis and use them, and hopefully this has helped you learn a lot of words quickly, easily, and hopefully this has improved your English. So if you enjoyed this video, we would love it if you could give us a like, hit subscribe, and turn notifications to see when we next upload so you can learn more English with us. And hopefully we'll see you there. So yeah, bye bye.